that HR is the best marketer, the salesperson who sells everything. You don't know what we are selling and you take it, and we know how to take it back from you when it comes to a work. So it's our responsibility to sell this in our respective organizations, not only outside of the organizations, wherever we can contribute, as you have mentioned. Now the boundaries for us as a planet is more important than the companies, the continents, the countries. So I think it's a responsibility also lies on us, being HR or heading the CSR divisions. Thank you.
So thank you so much from being transactional to strategic requirement, and also I've heard people claiming about government bringing in punitive action. So here's a company which and that will be innovative in a very effective way. So over to you, or maybe we can.
Yeah, Vish. I have 2-3 quick points I would like to speak. That's a wonderful idea, first of all, that people who are coming late are penalized like that. I wish everybody is late in your organization.
So they have maintained that. Now people ask me, was it 2 minutes or 15? So I said it 2. So please pay 20,000 bucks.
Alright, quick couple of points from my side. The stakeholders pressure which is being generated today. Look at the customer, be it an investor, that's a government, and we have to abide by to all that. Are we much prepared for that? To cater to each of the section of the requirement, and more or less things are same, but still there are data variants, there are parameters, there are different set of expectations. So that's one area which appears to be a big challenge for me, which I have observed. Second is the creation of the governance structure for ESG in any organization. And typically, I do not know much about outside India, but if I'm talking to my friends from the sector, and I've observed that if they feel like bringing in an ESG kind of structure, then in that scenario, the management very comfortably is not ready to bring in that governance structure. And let's say you are able to create that governance structure, then in that case also, everybody who is accountable, responsible for that, they will not be functioning that way. That's second point. Third point we'll talk about is the dearth of professionals. I talked about it while I was speaking from the dais. One of the data says from LinkedIn that there is 60% dearth of the professionals of green skills today. So that's going to be more of the organizations going to practice it, and a lot of stakeholder pressure is going to come. So we have to prepare for that, food for thought. And last, which I'll talk about, 2 more things. One is, of course, data is going to be critical, very, very critical. We are not serious about it today. We means, I'm not sure about myself, but in totality, I look at a lot of people, I look at their BRSR reports, sometimes I refer to the same SR report, and there are issues with that data. Who is supplying the data, who is accepting it, and how are we treating with that all data? Today we are facing these difficulties. Sustainable supply chain, that's one of the objectives of ESG, and to create it is not easy. It's not going to be easy. Trust me, another 5-7 years there will be huge conflicts about it when the dominant customer will expect you to be sustainable supply chain partner. There will be prices that will increase, and there will be competition out of that, and you have to do the justice with the business, and you'll find it difficult. So that's something. I'd like to end up telling you something that you can find out some of the very good projects, and I'd like to take one quick example. We have our interventions inside the prisons, and we set up our manufacturing inside the prison, where the prison inmates are manufacturing our products. Now what happens is that with these products that we sell to our customer, the money that we're getting is going to the inmates' family for their sustenance. Here we are talking about the CSR and the ESG, and you look at the integration. These products that these inmates are making are one of the best products, trust me, zero defect products that we are getting. and we have this intervention in 5-6 prisons in India. What you are able to do, you are able to create a crimeless society. We talked about SDG, reduce inequality, SDG 10 we talked about, okay. So you look at and refer to that also, and then the CSR part is that you are able to train these people, you are able to fetch livelihood to them, you are giving a skill to them. Once they are out of prison, they have plan B for the life. So such interventions could also be planned. We'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen, for always being so comprehensive. So I think you have proven where there is a will, there is a way. Of course, you have mentioned that there is stakeholder pressure, there is governance structure problem, the availability of people. So all these things are common, which is happening, and of course the supply chain problem. So over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kavita and I head CSR for CNH Industrial. So we are an agriculture and construction equipment manufacturing company. And from the very beginning, we have taken a stand that we would not divorce our CSR needs from the business needs, so that we serve the customer first and also the environment that the customer lives in. So we focus more on environment project because of we are being the agriculture equipment manufacturing, and being in North, we know about the stubble burning and straw management project. So we focus on that so that we are also able to fulfill our net zero goals. But the CSR and ESG discussion that we are having, so there should be a lot more synergy and both should be at equal level. So that around ESG is becoming the big brother, and obviously CSR is taking a backseat in that. And lack of professionals, as Praveen said. So anybody, we have all been facing the same problem, that anybody walks in and thinks that they can be the CSR consultant or the CSR specialist. While I have been a core development sector professional for the past more than 22 years, and then I have people coming and telling me what I need to be doing without taking my expertise into account. It happens with the government departments also. There is a list of CSR activities that we can do, but they'll come up with their own requirements saying that please do it under CSR, and there's tremendous pressure to be, there is tremendous pressure that we feel when we tell them we can't do because it doesn't fall under them. So maybe the government also needs to sensitize its departments what falls under CSR and what doesn't fall under CSR, because it hurts our business needs. And I would like to take your lead now because I have a meeting at IRI too, sir. We are setting up a COE there, Center of Excellence for the farmers and students. So I have a meeting at 2:30, so I need to rush.
Thank you so much for being very candid that you are aligning your CSR goals with customer requirements. I think that is the way forward also, because that is what will make things sustainable and also align with the overall ESG strategy. Perhaps you can pick up your best practices and circulate it.
So it also serves a dual purpose. So your profits also get driven across, and then you have more money to plug back into the system for CSR.
That is actually the true alignment of both the goals.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, so I need to give my flight, but I'll check this out.
Okay. So we would be missing very delicious lunch. So we'll quickly go through it and have maybe quick comments from. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me.
Hi everyone, my name is Muskan Jain. I am part of EXL. So EXL is a data analytics and transformation company. It's been in the business for 25 years. It's headquartered in New York, and we have centers all across the globe, across 6 continents, and more than 50 delivery centers across the world. I am global CSR lead for the company, managing the CSR programs across the globe, and I'm based out of the Noida office here in sector 144. So to talk briefly about what we do in CSR is basically our strategy. We have a focused strategy which is focused on developing market relevant skills in communities around us, with a global focus on education as a foundation and skill development. So given these 2 areas, we ensure that our global CSR programs are focused around building the education skills and building the skill development programs for the students, providing them employment. So it's not only in India where, of course, our programs are mandatory. We have programs in US, UK, South Africa, Philippines, and rest of the world, where we are working with the children and the youth, young adults, in providing them the the right skills and the employment opportunities. So now talking about aligning CSR with ESG goals. So I believe at EXL our CSR goals are aligned with ESG goals. So I'm also a member of the ESG committee that is at our company, that's headed by our general counsel who heads our ESG strategy, and we have a very strong committee structure where the members of all the ESG departments come together on a fortnightly basis and year round talk about what we have to do in ESG, and we laid out the foundation right from the beginning of the year and carry out our ESG goals till the end of the year. So personally, I don't see a problem at EXL of integrating CSR with ESG because everything is equally being distributed, because the organizational focus is on meeting the ESG goals, and that can only be done when all the ESG factors are aligned equally and given the equal importance. So so while environment, some of the colleagues said that environment is a bigger focus in some companies, I would say yes, it is increasing, across the globe, given the climate conditions and the need for it. But I think equally, when all the stakeholders are aligned, all the metrics, all the factors will get an equal weightage.
Right.
So I think it's been a great roundtable discussion to learn about what is it more that we can do. I think I had one question, and that is something that we are brainstorming, is about how do we calculate the ROI on our CSR and ESG efforts. So recently our committee has been discussing about, everybody come up with some metrics, tell me what is the ROI. So, I would like to learn that, how are you probably calculating that, while I'm still thinking what do I present to the committee, that, what are some ROI metrics that I can measure and say at the end of the year, this is how we have benefited, the company as well. Because I think one of the things that somebody said, I don't remember, was that that whatever work we are doing in CSR, unless there is an impact, it may not continue, right? So we have to show that how it is impacting not only the community, so not just the SROI. I think the company is also talking about ROI, right? So I'll take a pause on that.
Thank you very much. I think important point which you mentioned is stakeholder alignment. So that if stakeholder alignment happens, everything aligns automatically. ROI point, we'll get back to you.
You want to add something?
No, I just quickly want to say that, the way CSR emerged and then we found SROI, we'll get something like EROI, which is environmental return on investment.
Right.
We'll get something like governance return on investment, GROI. Okay. These are the few things which I'm thinking sometime, just feel like sharing. But अभी ज़्यादा कुछ बनाया नहीं है. Once I'll do that, I'll come back to all of us. We can discuss about it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Interesting point raised with you. My name is Joy Mukherjee, and I am representing DCM Shriram Foundation here. DCM Shriram is an old business house in Delhi, and it's well known for having done a lot of community education projects long before CSR became an act, or even people began talking of CSR. So we have colleges like SRCC or LSR, which were founded by the Shriram Group long years ago, and are still a testament to the quality of education that was imparted, that the founders thought of imparting. Coming to the sort of CSR activities that we do today, we are focusing on at a foundation level. We are focusing on water in agriculture. So because we believe that agriculture consumes the largest amount of water, fresh water available in the country, and there's a huge possibility of reducing the water footprint in agriculture, and thereby making more water available for more food grain production as well as for other usage in the country. So we have a number of projects across the country where we are working on water conservation. Someone talked of Tarun Bharat Sangh a little while ago. We work with Tarun Bharat Sangh also, apart from many other organizations on large-scale water conservation projects, river rejuvenation, stream rejuvenation, dams, check dams, watershed management, wetland management. These are the sort of projects that we do. And very recently, like yesterday, we concluded a 2 years program where we did a ag water challenge with starting with 140 odd contestants who brought solutions to reduce the water consumptions in across 4 crops, 4 water guzzling crops in India: sugarcane, cotton, paddy, and wheat. And finally, yesterday the winner walked away with a prize of 2 crores, and Mr. Amitabh Kant was there to give away the prize. So yeah, these are the sort of work that we are doing. And just to answer, or not to answer, to respond to what Dr. Raymond was speaking about on livable city, apart from Bhopal, I just wanted to bring to notice that there is another city in Gujarat called Bharuch, which has also got a livable city program, and we are contributing to that program. I do not know whether they are going to present it at an international level at any point of time, but that program is already working. Somebody talked of the social, more funds going to environment from social sector in terms of CSR. Now, given the context of the discussion today, that is the whole purpose of the discussion, how to bring our ESG goals and the CSR goals together. If you look at it from a 30,000 feet lens, then you find that both CSR is only a means, because the government has provided the legal framework to spend that money.